everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. So let's see, where is our colony chilling at? Was it? Yeah, it was just at the end of the last episode where we had the most pathetic fight in the history of man. Like, honest to God, it was so bad if any of you weren't here to actually witness that. Basically, there was 2 tribes people versus our 2 people with guns. I don't think I sent all 3 of them out there. But we were actually losing! Like, we almost lost against 2 people. Like, we had guns. 2 on 2. We had guns. They had rocks and a bow and arrow, and we were freaking losing like complete morons. But let's go ahead and start pulling things into action right here. One thing that I want to mention up on the right off the bat, I don't think I mentioned this before. Actually, did I? I don't know. I might have mentioned this in the last episode. But Jimmy Mardlin, frequent messenger in the comments and awesome dude, he mentioned to me that apparently the reason why we can't build in this area is because apparently, currently, I don't know if this will change again, but you actually cannot build anywhere on the rim of the map, which is kinda complete garbage. Like, I kind of really hate it, and I hope that that gets changed, because that actually greatly damages like the structure of our base and what we were going for. So you know what? Let's actually think about that now. And once we mine out those 2 mineral sections down there, I think we might actually just put a wall like right here and block off that whole area. In fact, let's go ahead and like set that up right now. Just we'll put one area right there. The good thing, I suppose, about this, and we're going to make this a no roof zone to make sure that we could put some solar panels there and stuff like that. The one good thing about this, I suppose, is that we can use like all of this area for a dumping zone, but of course we're not going to be able to do that once we put this wall there, because the main reason why I want to put a wall there without any doors is that means that we're not going to be able to build, like, right next to the base, and since enemies seem to show up much more frequently via the corners of the map now, like, factions seem to come to you rather than, like, airdropping somewhere randomly, doesn't really make any sense for us to keep, like, our back doors open to attack, so we're really gonna need to change our strategy based on all of these changes. Looks like we actually might have built, yeah, we actually built the farthest that we can in that direction. So we're actually gonna go ahead and sell these doors as well, and replace those with just plain old walls. Like I was saying, I'm not much of a fan of this change at all, and I really hope that for the time being, it's just to prevent, I don't know. The reason why I think that it exists is to prevent you from putting walls completely surrounding like the wall of the map. Because as we have seen, and like I just mentioned a little bit ago, enemies seem to much more frequently actually come to attack you by entering from corners of the map rather than previously when they would just when they would be launched in via the like launch pads and all that stuff. Nice to see that the solar flare has ended. That is good for us, of course. Let's go ahead and put down those metal walls that we want to put down here eventually. Like, I'm imagining that's why it's the case. The one thing about that, though, is I don't know why it would be like you wouldn't be able to build so far away from the corners of the map. I don't know. Maybe, and this is my hope, maybe it's to prevent, like, maybe it's a short-term way to prevent any, like, glitches that we might not know of, due to the addition of factions and stuff like that, but I kinda doubt that that's the case. So from now on, obviously, we're in future base construction, like after this colony, we're probably going to completely disregard our previous notion of building towards like the corners of the map. I guess we'll focus mainly on mountainsides or other places that have geothermal generators for the future. So, like I said, a little bit crummy, but obviously there is not really anything we could do about it. So let's see. No one's incapacitated. I don't know why I wanted to double check that. I was just worried, that I remembered, I guess, how that fight went a little bit differently. We have 612 metal, so we're obviously in a very good spot for metal. And, okay, I remember what we needed to do. We needed to build hydroponics tables. So maybe we'll actually still build them in this room right here. This could be our hydroponics room, so it's right next to our main, well, right next to where our nutrient paste dispenser is, and isn't too far from our storage, even though I don't think we use stockpile storage at all anymore, so we won't have to worry about that. But it's obviously definitely a very important thing, as per you. Wait, are we we're researching it right now. That's my bad. What else can we work on then? I know we were thinking of building a garden right here, and that would probably actually be a pretty lovely spot for the drop beacon. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that right now. That'll allow us to kind of think about doing trades and all that jazz in the future. But then again, if we put down a garden, I would want it to be in a spot where we can actually grow plants completely around it, for once, since we kind of failed at that last time. So let's see, a wall will go, wait a minute. I'm always so bad at looking at this. Okay, a wall will go right up here, so let's just, like, put down... Actually, let's do the zone planning thing. Where is that? Is it in orders? Yes, it is. So one will go, like, right out through that whole area. Get another... Pull out that orbital beacon again. Oh. It's a little bit crummy. I think we're going to decrease the orbital beacon's range, which I think is something that we can do, if I remember correctly. Although we might only be able to do that with other items, like searching zones for like the butcher's table and stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't appear that we can actually change this thing's range. So it might actually work out a little bit awkwardly, because that means either that this... Oh, no, we don't even want to put a wall right there. Oh god, we set up this so strangely. I don't know. You know what? We don't need to cover that whole area. We could just put a wall right there later on and know that a wall can go along down that way and up that way. So let's go ahead and continue to mark that out for the time being. Bada bing. Bada boom? Is that where I said? Yes, that is indeed where I said that would go. Nice! We recruited Squirrel at a frickin' 11%. That is really, really good for us. I would never have reckoned that we would have been able to complete a 7%. Although I suppose it's actually not really all that out there. So let's make Squirrel our new doctor. He's still gonna be a 3 because, you know, it's frickin' doctoring. That could be a... actually, wait, did we? Oh, we got a new crafter, so that's going to turn crafting off for them. And a new researcher as well. We'll have this guy focus research, since he's apparently much better, at least currently at doing research. And the rest can be, like, 3s, I suppose. 3s for the time being. We'll make those more specific later on, because this guy doesn't seem to do very much, everything considered. We don't want him as a grower because he can only do one of the 2. We don't want him to be a miner because he's really, really bad at it. Although he should check to see if no, he's a 1 and he has no passion about it. So no passion for it. So once he's done doing all that research, he will almost certainly have him be like our main hauler or something like that. I think that would be a very, very smart thing for us to do, because it's always very, very handy to have like a designated hauler. Can he? Yeah, he could actually equip the short bow as well. I don't think there were any guns lying around that we could use otherwise, so one of our dudes is just gonna be fighting with bows and arrows, I suppose. It'll be a little bit bizarre, seeing as everyone else is using standard kind of weapons, but you know, it's the way of our warriors, you know. He'll be like the mighty one or something like that. So let's go ahead and finish up this whole corridor. I think we can actually go ahead... I want to have more room than that in the gardens, though. So let's actually set up the wall the way I originally thought we would. Go about that far and then close it off there. It's so sucky that we're not going to be able to use any of this space. Like, we can't even put down solar panels in over there, right? Yeah, you can't build a single thing in the areas surrounding the map. And I think I don't know. I know Tynan has his reasons, and I'm sure it's to prevent people from breaking the game, like I mentioned before. But I kind of feel like unless that is necessary, and having like barriers there would kind of break the game, or like walls there, or solar panels there, or whatever you would build there would break the game. But I kind of feel like it might have been slightly poor game design. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, so I can only like create like hypotheses or like ideas based on how I think something might work well or might not work well, but I don't know. Like I said, it's something that I don't like and I think is kind of a bad thing right now. But let's go ahead and create this dumping zone here, like in all of here, I suppose. Although we will keep it away from all of those, because actually, now that we have the plan in mind that we're going to want to close this area off as early as possible, or like once we mine out those 2 spots to make sure our base stays safe, we're probably actually going to go ahead and try to haul as much as we can as well. Groups from Strength's Rock. There's a lot of them too. Holy cow, they're sending more and more people to us, which is kind of freaky. I kind of wish their opinion of us would rise. Like, they keep sending people, and then they like, don't increase their opinion on us. Like, it's silly. Like, if you're gonna keep on sending people to, like, visit us and say hello, at least stop being so opinionated on us. Like, I mean, come on. We're only people trying to live our noble lives here in this RimWorld. Awesome, we finished hydroponics. Let's go ahead and get the nutrient resynthesis next. Although gun turret cooling could be nice, we'll probably want to build a turret before too long. God, we really need to think about the large scheme of how we want our base to continue to grow. This wall might actually be somewhat awkward. I think we actually might want to go ahead and destroy that. Can we sell it? No, we can't. Is there any way to demolish stone walls? Can we mine it out? Okay, we have to mine them out. That's I wonder if that'll give us stone or just give us straight up rock debris. Because if that gives us more stone, that would actually be a really good, positive, cool thing for us. But if it doesn't, then we'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Cool. Set the prisoner up for those 2 things. Let's get a hydroponics set and up and going. That'll obviously be a very, very good thing for us. And all of our people can have mucho grande food and be happy as a clam. We're gonna need to do it this way. So if we have a door, like, right in the middle, we can have one right there, one right there. It doesn't fit too evenly, which is a little bit of a bummer. I always hate it when that kind of thing happens, but you know. This is gonna be a wall later anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we set how we set that up. And then we could set up the room like this. It's gonna be extra long, so I kind of hope that a sun lamp placed right here will be able to light up all of these plants. But it's... oh, shoot! Actually, the wall is gonna close in right there. This base is gonna be so unsymmetrical, and that's gonna make me so sad. Granted, I guess we could just leave that wall there. There isn't really much of a... I mean, leave this rock wall there and keep the base like that. The sun lamps will still be able to get power, so I guess that works fine. Not ideal from a visual perspective, but you know, it's okay. Let's put that simple door down for now, and... because of that whole sun lamp thing, I mean, because of the whole wall thing, we don't have to worry, or this like, rock wall here, we actually don't need to worry about this side for now. Did I make this a no roof zone? Oh, crap. Luckily, we didn't put that there, so it wouldn't have been roofed in yet. But that was actually probably a very, very bad choice on my part. Let's go ahead and get rid of that no roof zone, because we're actually going to make this an occupied part of our house now. Or, no, I wanted to put solar panels there. What the hell am I thinking? So that one, this area will be roofed in, but this will be a no roof zone, so I could put some solar panels, like, in an area close by to our base. Might be a little bit scary that it is so close to our geothermal generator, because if, like, if there is some kind of short circuit that happens in here, that would critically create a very, very scary situation, because we have, like, all of our power income really close by to itself. So that's something that we actually need to consider and worry about in our future. Let's go ahead and put 2 batteries in here. And I don't know, because we don't really have, there's nothing really that I'm gung-ho about building right now. Let's go ahead and get the table in here that I was thinking of probably building. I think that's actually 3 blocks, top and bottom, which is pretty nice. It's a bed plus 1 and a bed plus 1. Awesome, actually works perfectly. And we could start putting some beds around. We only need 6 of them. I don't know. Eventually, we'll make a chair to surround the whole table. And let's actually start hauling all this stuff. I previously mentioned that we need to get to hauling, so might as well go ahead and do that now before it becomes any more of a nuisance than it always is to begin with, quite frankly. There we go. I think that's all of the stuff that is currently in our base to be hauled out and all that jazz. So let's see. I might as well talk about a question that I actually have for you guys right now. I don't know if you'll be able to help, but hopefully you guys will. Jimmy Mardlin, who I previously mentioned in this video, he was actually recommending that I go ahead and try out some mods in this series, which is something that I would really, really love to do. I really am interested in all the mods that have been made for this game, because there really are some freaking phenomenal, cool-looking mods that have been made for it. Nice. Another piece of research finished. Let's go ahead and get the picks next. After that, we'll probably go for gun turret cooling. Only problem is, I did indeed look up some stuff about modding the game, and it's all pretty simple and easy, except for the fact that I'm a Mac user, and, maybe I just wasn't looking in the right place to figure out how to mod the game if you are indeed a Mac user, but basically, I was just having a little bit of trouble with it. As far as I could tell for PC users, how the whole thing works is that inside the RimWorld folder, there's an additional folder just called mods, and basically you just place the mods into that folder, and everything works from that point on, or should work from that point on, once you then go to the mod menu screen in-game and actually implement it from there as well. But I don't seem to have that mod folder. I think I remember seeing it in the previous release that actually included the mods when mods were first enabled in RimWorld. I think I did see that folder inside the game folder. But when I downloaded this new patch, it doesn't seem to be in there or anything like that. So I don't know if that is the way that Mac users are supposed to be doing it, and for some reason it just didn't show up for me, or if, like, I'm messing something up. We are indeed low on food, so we really need to start considering things. You know what, guys? We're gonna do things a little bit differently. I'm really worried about us being able to grow everything through all of this, through our hydroponics tables. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and wall that off, and we're going to set up a mining mining job to start mining out from this side, because it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle, but we still have this area right here that we could actually walk through to get to all of the stuff on this side. So might as well just close that off for now, so that we can get this roofed in, and then put down some sun lamps to make sure the plants grow through day and night without having to worry about that. Do we need colonists' beds? Oh, we totally do, because we got that one person. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. Basically, like, let's just put one of these beds out. Actually, no, we want to put one of those in the hydroponics room for the time being. Basically, at some point in my RimWorld play, I just stopped realizing that every time you recruit a guy, you need to frickin' make a bed for him, and it's a really, really stupid to make, because exhaustion is something that can destroy your squad. Like, it can really, really kill your guys, because That's obviously one of the big things that brings down the mental state of your people, and then they might leave the group and all that jazz, and obviously that's something that you seriously don't want to happen to any of your people. John might actually be in a bit of a scary spot in here, seeing as, I would not be surprised if we actually get a roof collapse in this zone before too long. So look at how ugly this wall looks. That's the really annoying thing about this right now, because even if we wanted to, we could not replace this wall with anything else because we can't build right there, you know? Like, I hate to harp on this thing, but why can't you build, like, this far out? I think if it is what I think it is, he should make it only like 3, 4, 5 blocks out. Like 5 blocks at the most. Even like this far I think would be a little bit ridiculous. But you know, let's go ahead and get that gun turret cooling set up as soon as possible, because then obviously our colony will be able to grow massive in regards to its defensive capabilities and all that jazz. Let's also put down our sun lamps, put them all around there. No, we shouldn't put one right there. I forget, can people walk over lamps? I don't remember. That may be a thing, it may also not. Let's go ahead and actually select to mine out that piece as well, because that piece has absolutely no right to be there, to be completely honest. And then we seriously need to start planning our defensive position in the future. So let's actually go ahead and think about take out the planning tool for that. We could also put something in this area, but I don't know if we would actually want anything. It could just be another table to fill this space or something like that, because obviously this is kind of functioning as a hallway for now. Might as well also put in a couple lights for the time being, I suppose. So let's go ahead and get our furniture set up in here. One lamp there, one there, probably about there, and then 2 more in that corner right there. I think that should light up just about everything. In fact, let's actually put the lamp right there instead and cancel that project. So, this area right here could probably end up being our weapons room. We need to think of where we're going to put the comms room before too long. And like I said, this is going to be like solar panels and stuff like that. So, I think we're going to next start mining out into this area? I don't know. Let's zoom out a bit and think about where we want to expand. Obviously, we want to work our way to that steam geyser. So I think it might be best to go ahead and, like, create our death corridor somewhere in here. We could certainly make our entrance, like, right about here. That's actually walled off, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go ahead and make our entrance, like, right in that spot. That's where we'll force them to enter us. So maybe we'll go ahead and also put a wall down, like right there for now. Yeah, we could build the rest of our base's design, off of these. Although, how many attacks have we had? We've had 3 attacks at this point, so the next one could be somewhat fearsome. I don't know. I think we can withstand 1 more attack before having to put down any turrets or anything like that. So we'll wait a bit. We'll just start setting up our. We'll set up a plan for it though. Although a group of raiders. Okay, they have arrived nearby. They're preparing to attack. Where are they indeed? So I could see whether or not what I was just talking about was a foolish choice. Yeah, there's only 2 of them. Although they both have Molotov cocktails, which is a huge pain in the ding-along-dong, obviously. So let's put, we'll plan to have a wall going along there. This will be our entrance, so we'll do like a little thing like that, I suppose. Looks a little bit funky, but this is like our, this is the entrance zone, they'll come through here. And we'll like have a wall going like that or something. Might as well set up to, like, plan to wall that off, and then we will, in the future, also have a wall going along, like that. So that'll be our whole base plan for the future. I think that'll actually work out pretty well, because then, of course, we could continue expanding out along, get to that geothermal generator pretty easily, while also forcing people to take this really long route to get up top to us. So I think that's a good plan. Let's go ahead and get rid of that little letter right there. What do they got? They got a Molotov cocktail, and he's using it on our metal wall. That's even more annoying. He is, a 10 with shooting, so that guy's gonna be very, very accurate with that thing. And the other dude is a 3 with shooting, so I really hope we can recruit Wedge. That's actually not the first time that we've seen Wedge. I thought we had a Wedge in our squad. Maybe that was just the last run we played? Yeah, I guess it was. Are they actually coming for us? Yeah, they are. I thought the message said that they were planning their attack. It's a little bit strange. But whatever, so obviously we need to start putting our people into defensive lines. Let's go ahead and get to work on that. Rojas can join up there. And Mullins, are you our... Yeah, Mullins is our Lee Enfield wielder. And then, of course, might as well get Squirrel into some action as well, seeing as he does have a weapon, albeit just a simple bow, but he might be able to get some effective stuff done even with that. I'll let them get to their position. It is raining, so if there was any prime time to go ahead and fight guys who are using Molotov cocktails, this is for sure it. What are you doing in that little corridor, man? Okay, here he's coming back out. These guys are being so stupid. Okay, a fire was started, but like I said, I don't think it should be too much of a problem, everything considered, unless they keep getting straight on hits. Isn't that the guy who has freaking 3 accuracy with that thing? Let's actually start melee attacking him. I mean, might as well. And I think John was our person who's really good at melee? Yeah, he's 13, so he better win. Oh, we already won against these raiders, seeing as the first one died. John does only have 51 health, though, so maybe we should actually plan on backing him up. That fire did more damage to him than I originally thought it would. Oh, the dude is chasing John! This is perfect! Oh, you idiot. Foolish fool. You should not have, that was a very, very bad choice on his part, to say the very least. Can we at least build graves out here? I don't think we could even build graves. Where are the graves? Yeah, we can't even build graves! That is stupid. So let's see, where do we want our graveyard then? We could just put it way, way, way up the top of the map, but I don't want our people walking that far. So I think we'll plan to have like another another solar panel set up here. Actually, would that make any sense? I don't know. That means we'd have to put a wall right here. Whatever, let's just plan to do it like that. So if the wall goes right there, that means the graves would have to go right there. So let's plan to have our graves line up like that, and we'll put 2 of them right there. A local boom rat has gone mad. That's gonna be just a slight irritation to us, as it always is, but not really much of a problem all in all. In fact, Mullins might be able to kill it before it causes us any serious damage. We won't have Squirrel deal with it because he's only got frickin' bow and arrow. In fact, we probably should swap him over to the Molotov cocktails. I imagine the Molotov cocktails have to be better than the frickin' bow and arrow. So we'll go ahead and test that out here, of course. Oh no! Run, Squirrel, run! Squirrel is being chased by a squirrel-like creature. Not an actual squirrel, of course, since it is in fact a boom rat, but crap. Fire got started, but actually I don't think we need to worry about that. So I'm actually not going to go ahead and set this zone to be our home zone quite yet, because I'm pretty sure the rain will be able to deal with those fires, and in all honesty, I don't want to distract our people with putting out the fires for the time being. There's pretty much no point to it, at least in my opinion. Oh, John, okay, I think we need to cancel this for now, simply because John is so low on health. I am almost sure that mining out all of that would indeed kill him if any of that did fall upon his head. So we're going to say a big ol' no to him working on that right now. Who is our garden? It looks like it's Rojas. Let's go ahead and actually have her prioritize working on these, since we only have 10 food left. That is really, really bad for us. Good job, Rojas! 24 right now. I think if we keep on having her prioritize working on all of these, she should be able to, yeah, we should almost certainly have enough food to, feed everyone quite well. And in fact, looks like she's going to talk to that dude. So just to make sure that she doesn't feed him first, oh, never mind. She doesn't want to talk to him anymore because she wants to get rest. Oh, we probably should have let her talk to him. Oh well. I was basically just trying to avoid causing any issues with. Oh, thank God. Okay, this is a really nice change. As you guys may remember, in the last patch, graves actually were open to everything first, so it did cause all those irritations where people would go ahead and bury animal corpses while there were human corpses around. So it is very, very nice that humanoid corpses have been marked as the main thing to be buried. And nice that we went ahead and checked that, because there actually is indeed a pistol chilling out there. So how much rest is... Squirrel needs a lot more rest. We'll go ahead and remember that and go ahead and pick up that pistol before morning comes, hopefully. Or like once he wakes up, we'll make that like our main thing to work on, I suppose. How much power are we taking? Are we actually... Yeah, we're actually losing power right now. That's pretty bad. We're gonna turn off a lot of lamps then. Let's go ahead and turn off this lamp right here. We don't need two of those on in this corner for the time being. That one could go off as well. How's our power rate going now? It's still in the negatives. We'll turn off one light there, one light there. It's these sun lamps, man. These sun lamps take up so much energy, and we only need one right there. Still negative? Oh my lord. That one can go off as well. That has got to be... Oh my god. Sometimes this game is really silly. Turn that one off as well. We're not even using doors that use power. That's ridiculous. Still in the negatives. Negative 70 watts. Let's get rid of that one as well then, and now it's in the positives. Okay, so we really need to get to those solar panels. Let's actually go ahead and start putting down... Oh man, we're almost out of metal too. We're getting to the point where resources are getting quite scarce and are going to be very, very, very important for us to focus on before too long. So let's go ahead and set to haul that. We'll get all of that metal flooring placed down just to make sure if any fires get started, those solar panels will still be able to function okay. And this is actually going to only probably occupy like one solar panel in this zone, mainly because this is going to be all roofed in this area right here due to this little cave section, because there's certainly going to be one on that side as well. Awesome! Gun turret cooling is finished though, so let's go ahead and get to carpet making next, and then stone cutting can indeed be last, I think. You have detected a cluster of cargo pods! Awesome. They're all silver. Not necessarily what I would have wanted, but pretty damn good for us. We also need to consider getting a communications room up and running before too long, of course, because communicating with our people is so vital towards getting a lot of good resources running for your squad and all that jazz. But we don't really have much to buy with. We don't really have much to sell reliably. And, yeah, actually, that's pretty much it. So I don't think we need to worry, I don't think we should worry about that really until we're a little bit more stable in regards to our food consumption and all that jazz. We are pretty stable right now. I would just like to at least be, I would like us to be over 100 while still having like a full pod of plants going, you know, or a full garden of plants going, I should say, to make sure that we stay safe. Okay, it's still gaining. I just wanted to double check that. So freaking ridiculous. We really need a solar panel down, because that power usage is pretty bad. I don't want to turn off too many more lights in here, because then I'm pretty sure this guy is gonna have like a really low opinion on things, thoughts. He's pretty damn happy right now. This guy has like the highest loyalty threshold ever. 90%? That is crazy. That was really damn high. Okay. But yeah, so we have a lot of stuff to plan in our future, of course. We need to get that communications table set up. We need to continue building out our base. I really like this setup for our defenses, though. The full, like, entrance will probably occupy, like, maybe that much space, I think, so we could put down a lot of turrets and stuff like that. We might have another corridor, like they enter right through here, and then have another wall corridor going on through there, so we could do the thing that I always like to do, where we get them coming in, like, one by one in a corner, so they kind of get bottlenecked in, and we can flank them like hell. I think that would be a really, really good way to plan things in the future. Which would probably mean that, the amount that I said, like occupying that much space, it would probably be brought down a little. So it would be like that much space, considering the little hallway that would be right there as well. But I think that'll be a really good setup for us. That gives us plenty of room to still move towards the left to get to that steam geyser. We have all of this space down here to expand, and all of this space, like, right in this area to expand. But I think this whole sector going all the way to the top is probably where most of our solar panels are going to get set up. We'll definitely set up a wall right there and have solar panels going. In fact, maybe we could probably still put graves in there, since solar panels will only occupy like that much space and there'll be plenty of room. But if there's anywhere we should put graves, it probably should be in whatever's going to be along here, unless we want to make those individualized rooms. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, because like I said, we won't be putting solar panels in there because it'll have an automatic roof still there because of, like, the cave system and all that jazz. But we'll obviously figure all this out as we go. Still need a kitchen, which a butcher's room, and then a rock killer's room, especially since we didn't get to experiment with that all that much at all. So yeah, lots of cool stuff to do in our future, and the future shall be coming very soon. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.